Hi, I'm Ashley.
Hi, I'm Richard. We have two cats who are brothers. Their names are Tiki and Marley.
Marley?
And we saved them from a kill shelter.
You guys aren't supposed to be in there, that's why the tape's on there.
When we took them home, they were 5 weeks old, and they started suckling our blankets right away.
I know.
We thought it was cute, because they're so small. And, we were like watching them like, oh, wow, look at them. That's so interesting. It's so kind of
cute.
Get.
And that slowly turned into a bad habit.
Tiki, no. Don't you eat that.
When I see something that they have eaten, I just see dollar signs.
You're eating it. You're eating the carpet.
I think the worst thing that could happen with the cats is they die.
Nope.
One or both of them will eat something that they cannot pass, and we may not get to them in time to bring them to the vet.
We absolutely love our cats. They're kid-friendly, they're great with us, but
They keep eating everything.
What in the?
It's definitely gotten worse now that we have kids. Because we're sleep deprived, we have our own stresses with the kids, and now the cats.
Oh, come on.
I am so frustrated with this problem. It just boils my blood.
Bustin'.
Busted.
Bustin'. You're bustin'.
I just get to the point
You too.
where I just want to lash out.
What in the? Nope. Bad.
I just feel hopeless.
So I'm in Las Vegas and I'm gonna meet up with Rich and Ashley. They've got 2 young kids and 2 cats, Tiki and Marley, who are chewing these guys out of house and home
Tiki, no.
and hoping I can do something about it.
Hello. Welcome.
How you doing?
How are you? I'm Ashley.
Ashley, good to meet you.
I'm Rich.
What's
meet
up,
you.
Rich? Good to see you.
Richie.
Richie and this is
Richie
Mikey.
and Rich, and who's that?
That's Tiki.
And who else do we have?
Marley.
Tiki and
He's
Marley.
upstairs.
Hello, Mr. Tiki. Tiki's how old?
About 5 years old. They're
And-
brothers.
Litter mates. And where'd you get them from?
We saved them from a kill shelter.
Right on, girl. Yeah. There you go. And they were how old when you got them?
We think they were about 5 weeks old, maybe 6.
Yeah, we know that they were weaned too early from their mom. And that's why we think that they have this issue.
So what are they doing?
Eating everything. Couch pillows. There we go.
there.
And this one, you can really see it on this
So
one.
both brothers do this?
Yes.
Is this as bad as it gets in terms of damage?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
this is
usually-
our duvet
Ooh,
cover.
that's a good one. Let me see that one.
We knew that it was an issue. I bought him a blanket, and it looked like Swiss cheese when you held it up from
So
all the holes
that was
in
the
it.
first time you
That I
noticed
noticed
anything?
an issue.
How old was he?
We just brought him home.
Oh,
so it's been an issue
that
since.
young. Okay. When I have the information that I have cats that are chewing on things, the second I cross the threshold, I'm checking out the environment. I'm also trying to figure out how long the behavior is happening. And from what I'm hearing right now, it started when they were very young, and it's continued at the same level since they were very young. Babies are a whole different ball of wax for cats. The movements, the sounds, the crying, the smells, everything is different for them. Have the cats ever been aggressive towards the kids?
The cats have never swatted at the kids because they would have been gone.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that one. Cats are family and not furniture. They're not something that we just look at and we admire. And they're family members, and like all family members, they have their peculiarities. I got this little edge of I can't keep this up. Are you guys getting to that point where, because let's are you getting to the point?
I am.
Makes you
I'm the
unmellow.
one, find my bed sheet completely chewed. But then I lash out on him. There go the cats again. There go, another pair of bed sheets, another thing of pillowcases, another, it's okay. Mommy's just getting angry at the cats.
If you're blowing up all the time and you can't handle all this, is it another case of
For me, it is, because I'm home all day with the cats and the kids.
Ashley is right at that peak of these cats are almost out of here. It's also a matter of one more hole in a blanket. They're gone, they're out of here. So have you guys had the discussion about rehoming these guys?
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Well, clearly we got to get a handle on this because you guys are at that place, or at least Ashley, you are.
It's incredibly hard to be holding a 3-month-old and trying to make sure everything is picked up. Sometimes I just say, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it out, and if it gets eaten, it gets eaten. That's to the point I'm at.
What do you want me to do?
To figure out what's the underlying issue.
Okay.
What might throw me over the edge is if something happens and now we're spending $2,000 to $3,000 at the vet for an emergency surgery in the middle of the night.
We've already identified that this couch is what I call a hot spot. What other hot spots are there in the house, or are there?
There are if I leave a door open. So if I left one of my kids' doors open, they would go right in
And chew?
and chew.
You know, I'd really like to see these hot spots.
Absolutely.
So let's go take a walk.
Let's go.
All I'm worried about is what materials they are and how fast that can send these guys to the hospital. I'm not caring about a hole here and a hole there. I care about these cats winding up in the emergency room.
So here's our blanket.
Oh, well, that's
That's
pretty hot.
Look at it.
This blanket has been destroyed.
This is a good one. Look at that. Look at that bad boy.
That's a good one.
Oh, here's Swiss cheese.
Okay. And so everything that you're pretty much hiding in here, you hide in here because of them?
Yeah. Oh, my heating blanket got it.
Ooh, well, that's dangerous.
This was
now this is
in
getting
my
dangerous.
bed.
Part of my job right now is to create perspective here, that this isn't really about a blanket. This isn't about clothes. This is about the lives of two of your family members that are very much hanging in the balance. They could very easily chomp on a wire, and that's not just a hole in a blanket, that's a hole in a cat. Not to mention a huge fire hazard. They could very easily chomp on a wire, and that's not just a hole in a blanket, that's a hole in a cat. Rich and Ashley both are much more focused on the damage to their goods than the potential danger that these cats face. This is interesting also to me. Let's go over to this tree over here. So again, we're looking at fabrics. We're looking at, I mean, come on, this is pretty dangerous. When we talk about an invitation to a bad problem, sisal rope that's dangling loose or anything that's long and stringy like yarn or wool or a wire, that's a huge problem because that's what winds up getting wrapped around intestinal tracts. And by the way, that's something that will kill your cat. I feel like I've got every bit of information that I needed. Okay. Here's what we're dealing with. Tiki and Marley have Pica. Pica is a condition that literally is described as the ingestion of foreign materials. It's not really something we can cure. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where science is pretty stumped.
I just can't believe that it's pica. That's not what I wanted to hear. That was just a bone crusher.
The way it works with pica is they go from wool suckers as kittens, and then they start eating the fabrics. Then they're going to graduate to plastics. Now they're eating anything that's not nailed down. I mean, it is a nightmare. And my theory is with your guys, these guys were taken away from mom way too early, and this weaning becomes a full-on ritual that reminds them of being little kittens. So that's why they do this kind of thing. That's the diagnosis, okay? Now, what I'd like you to start looking at is your cats as family members, because you won't be able to solve this problem without being fully committed to the entire family, and that has to include Tiki and Marley. It's about you guys getting on the same page right now, because in order to sort of embrace the rest of this program, that's where it starts. So let's take a look at your house right now. Oh, baby gates and locks on the cabinets. This you have on every doorknob in your house. This is stuff that you probably say, I would rather not have these things, but I do because I'm a mom. That's what I'd like you to start getting towards with the cats. If they ingest, let's say that sisal rope that's hanging off those cat trees, if they eat that, chances are you're either in the emergency room at 3 o'clock in the morning or you miss that opportunity and they die. So pica proofing. There can be nothing that is a fabric that they've gone after before that is lawn. Another pica proofing thing, by the way, is your cat trees. We want to make sure that you either hot glue all of those ropes or cut them off. Anything that hides wires, electric blankets, should be kept far away from them. These guys are not chewers out of necessity. They're chewers out of opportunity. Next thing is we replace things that are non-ingestible with things that are ingestible in the areas where the chewing tends to occur. Dog toys are actually a really cool thing. So they can chomp on them, they can get that chewing mojo going on without the fear of something that's gonna kill them. So be aware, be proactive. There are certain dog bones that are chewable, which is to say that if the dog chews them and ingests them, they actually do break down. They're made of organic material and they won't clog up anything.